Hi, my name is Aine, and I'm a multilingual person. To be exact, I'm bilingual. I'm from Tampico, Tamaulipas, but attended an American school there, so I grew up speaking Spanish and English. My life is full of multilingual discourse, meaning I code switch a lot, and it can sound like I went to the grocery store yesterday, compré frutas y verduras porque estoy a dieta. Ni modo, I need to lose 10 pounds antes de Navidad. Um, Code switching happens a lot when I'm with people who are Hispanic but don't speak Spanish that much. They are normally more used to speaking English, but they understand Spanish. So I go back and forth sometimes, and I'm not even noticing it's happening, but I will join sentences from Spanish to English and English to Spanish because they are still understanding what I'm saying. So I do code switch, but it happens more on that type of situation. In addition to code switching, I code mix, which sounds a lot like this. My date estuvo super awkward, estaba muy nerviosa, so there was no eye contact. Estuvo muy mal. Al ratito que vayamos por coffee te cuento con details. I think I use more code mixing than code switching throughout my daily life. Code mixing happens a lot when I'm with people that are like me, that they are Hispanic, but they were they went more to American schools and have just been taught more in English than they have in Spanish. But they are still more Spanish speakers. They use Spanish more in their daily lives. So code mixing happens more and more often than code switching would do just in general. My high variety language would definitely be Spanish and English because I have learned both in a correct professional way, especially academic wise. I was taught more in English classes than I was in Spanish, but I would also have Spanish courses where I would reinforce or get to learn all of the accents and all of the rules and norms for both languages. So I think they would both appear as a high variety, and I definitely use them more in my professional work. I use English right now in my academic life and in my job, in Spanish with all of my family. And there's certain situations where I have to be really professional with Spanish too. I'm part of a Mexican association, and when I was working with the event committee, everything we did for the students was in Spanish. A lot of it was in Spanish, but it still had to sound friendly but professional, and it had to be written in a certain way, and just to make it look good. My low variety will be Spanish and my regional dialect. Since I'm from Tampico, there's accents, and there's also words and choice of words that are only used there. For example, in the north region, we use a lot of vato and bata to refer to a guy or a girl, just any random people. We also use, for the word car, we will use carro, and in a lot of the central states like Mexico City, instead of, they use more the word coche instead of carro. Also, my generation in Tampico would use words such as pandear, nefastear, y jalar, which it was much more of a generation thing. I think of our age, and these words most people that I met here from any from any state in Mexico, they have no idea what they mean unless you're from my city. So an example of pandear would be no se vale pandear, or which practically means like you should not like make plans and then be like, oh, I'm not going anymore. And for example, for nefastear, it will be Jose nefaste horrible, which means Jose got pretty drunk and he just made a mess of himself, or he just made a scene. And for jalar, it will be yo jalo. It would mean I'll go with you, or something similar. It's really difficult to try to translate these three words into English, but that's basically the only ones I could think of right now. I hope you enjoyed my video and got to know me a little better. Bye, nos vemos pronto.